Every night before you sleep, you create a whole world inside your head. Maybe you're having the conversation you wish you had earlier that day. Maybe you are living a version of your life that feels more like you. Maybe you are finally saying the things you could never say out loud. And nobody knows this happens. Because it only exists in the space between being awake and being asleep, most people who do this have never told anyone. Because it sounds strange when you try to explain it. But psychology tells a very different story. People who imagine vivid scenarios before sleeping tend to have unusually rich inner lives. They feel things more deeply than most. They notice what others miss. They process the world through emotion and meaning, not just logic. And the mind that builds entire conversations at midnight is often the same mind that feels most misunderstood during the day. Here is what is actually happening. When real life does not give you the connection, the closure, or the version of events you needed, your mind creates it. Not because you are delusional, but because your emotional needs are real and they deserve somewhere to go. Think about the last time someone said something that hurt you, and that night you lay in bed replaying it, but this time you said exactly the right thing back. Your voice was steady. You felt understood. That moment never happened, but your nervous system needed it to. Research suggests that this kind of mental rehearsal is the brain's way of processing unresolved emotion. It is not escapism. It is emotional problem solving happening in the only safe space available, your own mind. Some people use these scenarios to rehearse courage they have not found yet. They practice the difficult conversation. They imagine walking away from something that still has them. They picture the version of themselves they are still becoming. And every night that version feels a little more possible. Here is the part most people never hear. The scenarios you create before sleeping are not a sign that your real life is not enough. They are a sign that you know what enough actually feels like. You have a clear sense of how you want to be treated, how you want to feel, what real connection looks like. And you refuse to stop imagining it even when real life has not delivered it yet. That is not weakness. That is one of the most quietly stubborn forms of hope there is. Pathless mind? The person building worlds before they sleep is not running away from life. They are practicing for the version of it they have not given up on yet.